We have a very close relationship with our marine resources. It's a part of our culture, our identity. I wanted to do something with the management of the people who are interacting on a daily basis with the marine resources that we have in Belize, and how that relationship between the people and the resources can be managed in a way that we continue to all benefit as Belizeans.
The Adaptation Fund was created to provide funding for projects for communities in developing countries that are particularly vulnerable to climate change.
This project is a marine climate change adaptation project. We've gotten very positive reactions from the World Bank and even from the Adaptation Fund about this project.
The Belize project is a great example of the fund's work because it's tailored to the local adaptation needs. The project has gathered many local stakeholders to work together to implement ecosystem-based marine conservation and climate adaptation measures to strengthen the resilience of the Belize barrier reef system.
But what's special about this project is that it is a fisheries project. We have a lot of projects, but a lot of time they're based solely on the conservation. What this project is doing, it has very much integrated the human element. Fishers have always had deep feelings with regards to the marine resources that they depend on. But I think what this project has done is to really put climate change in perspective for them. There wasn't this real understanding of what climate change means to me as a fisherman at the end of the day. There's a component in this project that's specifically focused on what they term alternative livelihoods. And that really has dual purposes. One of them is to now look at how you could relieve some pressure on the natural populations and the ecosystems that are being targeted by people. But the second thing is now to look at how do you build resilient households. And so one of the things the project did was to look at how we could now create skills training to bring in complementary livelihoods or even alternative livelihoods, whether it is to certify people in electrical services or to look at some of the services that are needed for our expanding tourism sector, or to even look at agriculture. But the idea is how do we ensure that at the end of the day, we have kind of fortified those units that are in your communities.
It is greatly important that we all contribute to climate action at all levels, from the national to regional to local to individual levels, to help meet the tremendous global adaptation needs the world is facing, particularly among those who are most vulnerable to climate change but have the least resources to respond to it.
Projects like this are very necessary. Projects that are only looking at ecosystems management and conservation without the people component, in my view, will never get you the results that you really need to have attitude and behavioral change that will help those very ecosystems that we're trying to make resilient against climate change.